wasn't one of your better games, but then that final drive, you really locked in and made a number of plays. Was it hard to block out kind of the early part of the game and focus in that final sequence, that final drive?
I mean, yeah, there's, obviously plays that you think about as the game goes on, like, man, I could have been better here. I could have hit that guy who was open. You got to just be better on third down. Like, all that kind of stuff can run through your mind. But, man, it's a testament to our team because the defense got to stop at the end. Field goal kicker missed. And it's like we had what we wanted right in front of us. And so you have to clean the slate. You have to have a clean mind and not try to force anything, take what the defense gives you and find a way, man. We had time on the clock, so it's not like you got to be a superhero, make a play or anything. It's do what we call the quarterback pack tells you, and go through the progressions and find a way.
Your ball placement wasn't as precise as it normally is. Was the rain an issue for you? Did it impact you?
Yeah, I mean early on, obviously I put on the glove for the first drive. It was coming down and then it sprinkled, so I took it off. So I was still trying to sort of figure out what I wanted to do, and I was sort of fed up with the glove, so I just obviously was throwing like I normally do, and there was some times where I'm dropping back, ball's a little wet from the grass, sort of affected some accuracy and stuff. But dude, that's football, so I got to be better in that area.
What was clicking on that final drive that didn't click throughout most of the rest of the game?
Man, I think at the end of the day, I think I was just able to go through progressions and like I said, get to the check down efficiently and move the chains and stay up rather than get behind. Obviously, we got to a third down. BA was clutch on it and made a great play, and you need that throughout a drive. But, I think early on in the game, there was just moments where, the check down was there and I was missing the check downs. And so, when their defense did a good job with playing soft, keeping everything in front of them, sort of taking away our shots and stuff. And as a quarterback, man, you got to be efficient and hit the checkdowns. And so at the end, I was able to do that. O-line did a great job. Boys did a great job in getting open, and we found a way.
I'm sure it's less stressful for you to have big leads and things like that going in the fourth quarter. But, to get a comeback win like this, was it important for you to get one of those under your belt, and how can it be beneficial for you?
Yeah, I think it is important. Earlier this year we had games like Cleveland and Minnesota and Cincinnati at one point. Like, you're down and you got to find a way. It's fourth quarter. It's the NFL. And then obviously we're in the postseason now, so we were all like, all right, this is it. This is our season. And so for us to capitalize like that was huge for all of us. And then obviously for myself as a quarterback, like, it's good for confidence and all that. But we have too many good players, man, on this team. So many players that are difference makers, and we got a great defense. And so for us to not find a way, it's not right. So for us to finally have a game like this and pull through at the end was huge for all of us. So, yeah.
There's been so much talk about getting back to the NFC Championship game, and Kyle Juszczyk actually got a little bit emotional about it in the locker room, talking about it. So for you, what does it mean to kind of get another crack at it?
At the NFC Championship? Yeah. Man, it's been a fast year. Obviously it didn't end how we wanted it to last year, but we've taken it 1 week at a time. We were all in this week. Green Bay is a great team, and so to be able to pull through and finish that for us to get back to the NFC Championship, obviously I think guys are healthy for the most part after this game, and we won it. We've been thinking about it. It's been sort of in the back of our minds. Like last year we had a team to do it, and we feel like obviously we didn't have a real opportunity at it after the quarterbacks got hurt in that game. So, yeah, I think we're really excited for it. But we're going to take it one day at a time, find out who we play tomorrow, and be ready to roll for it.
I talked to Junior Bryant yesterday. He spoke about the identity of this team, and being that he talked about the weather, said that could pose a problem for you guys, but he thought that you guys had the identity to push through any adversity. Is that kind of the sentiments that you guys are echoing right now in the locker room? Is that how you guys feel, knowing that Junior Bryant, a former Niner, says that about you? Is that what you guys see in each other?
100%, yeah. Like I said, it's the NFL, it's football. They have to deal with it too. It's not just our team's going to go through it. It's everybody who's on the field. So at the end of the day, man, I'm so excited and proud that we got it done in all aspects. The defense did their thing when it mattered most. The offense did at the end. Special teams did a great job. So for us, it's like, man, it's football. Weather's going to happen, and you got to find a way, and we did. So that's like the character of this team. That's what we stand for, and we all got each other's back. You know, it's not always pretty, but, man, we got each other's back. We got some real love in this locker room, and everyone wants to play for each other. So, yeah.
On the throw to Ayuk over the middle on that last drive there, where are you trying to put that, and what kind of catch did he make?
On the third down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it was man. I saw that, you know, the middle of the field was open, and that's where he was going. He did a great job of getting inside leverage and making his break. Obviously, it was tight coverage, and, you know, for me, it was like, all right, just try to put it out in front of him and have it just be him be able to get it, and he did. He did a great job of getting underneath it and not let the ball hit the ground. So, you know, BA is a baller, man. I'm proud of him.
Real quick, why was it such a struggle to get Ayuk the ball in this game? He's been so good all season.
Honestly, just the play, like, that's just sort of how the play calls go, man. It's not like we're going to get BA so many touches or anything. If it presents itself, it presents itself. But, you know, I think, like I said, Green Bay did a good job with just, you know, keeping everything in front of him. BA is a guy that can make explosive plays, and we have him dialed up for those kinds of plays. And, like I said, Green Bay sort of just made me go to the check down pretty quick, and they did a good job with covering BA. But BA also got open on some plays that I think I could hit him. And then, obviously, at the end, we were able to connect well. So, that's the game.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Right here. Well, Richfield, when you get the ball back, 6+ minutes left, knowing you got to score a touchdown, what was going through your mind?
Just one play at a time. You know, I think I like our team because I think we're built for those moments. I mean, we didn't play well at all, and still had a chance at the end, and to go out there and execute at the end. It's a sign of a high-character team. We just got to correct our mistakes for this next week.
It was a gut check win for you guys. I mean, as you said, there's a lot of adversity in this game. What do you think you guys can take out of this game into the next round?
I think just the ability to persevere when you're not playing well, for one. You know, I think that game just felt off, you know, pretty much the whole game until the end there. And so to be able to persevere through the adversity and to have mature guys on the team who can, you know, strap up and go out there and find a way to get a win at the end. It's a sign of a good team, even when you're playing bad.
Why was it do you feel like it was the layoff that made you have a hard time getting started?
I don't know what the reasons were. I think it's in playoff football is tough. You know, I think sometimes when you have a little time off, yeah, it's hard to replicate football. You can call it that, but we'll never know for sure. And you know, I don't like making huge, broad statements after games until I've seen the tape. But you know, it's just little things here and there that I know we can get corrected.
How would you describe the emotion of the team in the locker room after the game?
I mean, really happy. You know, anytime you win a playoff game, it's exciting. No matter how you do it, the win is the most important thing. And I love those guys in that locker room, and just proud to go to work with them.
You thought the team is built for these moments. You haven't been in these moments this year at all, where you have to really cut too much. We have to come from behind and win a game. What did you see from the team during that last drive? What made you believe that?
I just think no one hesitated. You know, I think we know that we have a lot of talent. We know that if we execute, we can move the ball down the field, and I think it's important when you're, you know, might be in a lull to not make one mistake too. And I think our team did a good job, and Brock did a hell of a job on that drive. Juwan made an amazing catch. George made a couple great plays. Brock made a great play with his legs, and the O-line just continued to grind, and it was a great finishing drive.
You said your long touchdown run that you told them that you were going to score on that play. What was it about that play that you liked so much? What did you see?
I don't know. I was hoping I was right, and it worked out. So, no, I like that play. You know, anytime we can get juice in the dot and run downhill, I'm always a fan of that. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I like the play, and I don't know. Sometimes you can speak things into existence, I guess.
Was it hard to run laterally and make that one cut up field on that surface tonight? It seemed like people were slipping.
It was a little slippery. I think they did a good job, you know, doing a lot to try to stop our run too, especially early. But those games, I think, as a runner, when they have a lot of guys on the line, you never know which play is going to be the long one. When you know, and they were mixing a lot of things up and giving different looks. So they did a good job. That was a good defense. And but as far as the surface, it was definitely slippery at times. But you know, no excuses.
Did they catch you by surprise?
No, Not at all. No, that's a hell of a football team, and we're in the playoffs in the NFL. So there's no surprises this stage in the game.
Christian, given your position, what do you make of Dre Greenlaw's running ability?
Yeah, he's got an unbelievable amount of broken tackles on his picks this year. Does a great job. I was hoping he'd get down a little earlier, but he did run off 7 seconds. So, yeah, it's amazing how many guys he makes miss. Ball security's, I don't know, but just glad he's on our team.
Yeah. Like maybe not the right direction. Or is that an issue?
Hey, ball's in your hands, man. You go make a play. You see what he sees. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
How concerned are you if he can play next week?
Debo's a fantastic football player. He's amazing, especially the things that we ask him to do. When Debo's when he's in there and you like match him with Christian, you switch him around and stuff like that. It makes our offense what I think is different than any other offense in the NFL. So my concern for him not playing next week, we're a different team without Debo. However, we still have a lot of really talented people on this offense and in the building, regardless. So losing was definitely tough, and we had a lot of stuff, ready for Debo and Christian to kind of mix and mingle. And when you lose that, it's kind of hard to do, hey, Juwan got a carry on the first play of the second half. I don't really know where that came from, but as I turned around, it was a tough block on the front side for me and Trent. They shot the gaps and stuff like that, but I turn around, I see Juwan on the ball. I was like, what play did we just call? Like, oh my goodness gracious! But hey, he knew where to line up, he knew what to do, and it would have been amazing if he would have broke a tackle and gone all the way. But it didn't happen. But yes, Debo's a huge part of this team. We'll see what happens.
At any point today, did your wife tell you not to wear that?
She wore the exact same outfit. Yeah, you don't like it? Thanks, man. Thank you. That's crazy, man. I disagree. I think Larry likes it. Levi's made the whole thing for him. It's kind of, all my favorite things. I'll remember that one, Grant.
You mentioned winning blowouts a lot this year, not having games like this. For Brock specifically, how important is it to get a come-from-behind win like this under his belt?
Well, I think winning's winning, right? But if you can find out a bunch of different ways to do it, I think that's best for your football team. Put guys, add stress, add pressure. I would love to win every game by 3-4 touchdowns. That would be awesome. A lot less stress in the fourth quarter. But to apply pressure, to this team in dire situations and be able to come out on top and rely on the guys that we need to make plays and our best players making plays when they need to, that's huge for us, the confidence of this football team moving forward.
Juwan Jennings, him coming back, and then also having Chris Conley step in.
Yeah. Huge.
About those two veterans coming back and helping you out when Kittle's out.
Juwan's wonderful. He's going to throw his body around the block. He catches everything that you throw at him. He runs the ball now, apparently. And but really, how about that third down? Was it a third down across the middle and Brock just feathered that over? Oh, my goodness gracious. So, yeah, for Juwan, he made a bunch of really good plays for us tonight. And then Chris Conley, who's out there, and a lot of the time he's just running deep routes to try to get the coverage to drop so we can hit guys underneath that. And he does that at 100% effort every single time. You see him on the practice field. He does all the scout team reps. He does our reps. He's just an ultimate grinder, and that's what you want, on your football team. You want guys that just love the game and they want to go out there and do whatever they can to help the team win. And then finally when your number's called, take advantage of the opportunity. That's exactly what he did tonight. I'm just very happy for him. And Juwan's just being Juwan, which is really fun for us.
Obviously a lot of attention on the fourth quarter heroics, but looking back early in the game, after the fourth down stop, and then you guys to come all the way back and score a touchdown on the ensuing possession, just kind of how critical was that, just staying in the game?
Say it one more time.
Early in the game, you got the fourth down stop on defense.
That was huge.
You guys came back, scored the touchdown.
Oh, that one?
On your play. How important was that to kind of answer the way the game had started and kind of keep some momentum?
Yeah, they started off hot. Anytime the team's like, hey, we want the ball, that's not really what, analytics will tell you to do. Everyone's like, hey, defer it so you can get to the second half. When a team does that and they want it, they go down there, get points on the board. All it is, especially for a young team who's very confident in themselves and they have a lot of momentum, it just adds to the momentum for them. And so when you throw it out, hey, we go out there and we sputter after 5 or 6 plays and we have to punt. It's all the momentum's on their side. So for our defense to get a fourth down stop and us to go score, it kind of halted the brakes on that. And then it was a little bit, more even of a football game throughout that. I don't want to say even. It was just the momentum just kind of seemed like it wasn't in a full throttle for them.
George, did you ever feel like this thing was slipping away from you? that, you know, you come in with all the pressure being the #1 seed, and the Packers just stayed around and seemed to control this game?
Slipping away, no. Definitely felt like, our offense wasn't, as rhythmic as it usually is. Our defense, you can call it what it is. You can go watch the tape. It probably wasn't our best game of football that we've played all year. So slipping away, no. We're within one score, I'm pretty sure, the whole time, right? So we have a lot of guys that can go for 75 yards, so I'm never really worried about that. One defender slips and, hey, Ayuk's going 75 yards, Christian's going 75 yards. So never slipping away. It was more of we know the type of team that we have, guys. Go out there and just do what you can do on every single play. And I'm very confident in our abilities to go down there and get a win, and that's ultimately what happened on that last drive.
So how excited are you to be back in the NFC Championship, thinking about what happened last year and the video that went out where you were, there was a lot of frustration and you kept telling your players, what do you expect me to do, just roll over and die? So obviously you're really excited about it. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling?
I feel great right now. Very happy. Winning is awesome, especially in the playoffs, especially at home. I don't have to fly anywhere. When you win the playoffs, it's a big deal. It's hard to do. Everybody in the playoffs is a good football team. You saw that tonight. Green Bay took advantage of a lot of things that we didn't do well. I honestly don't really think about last year's NFC Championship game. We got a pretty different team and, a lot of the same guys, but, it's a different season. So I don't really dwell on that too much. I'm just excited for the opportunity to get one step closer to, your goal when you're as a kid is get to the NFL and win a Super Bowl. All right, that's been my goal ever since I was 5 years old. When I was 6 years old, I was playing catch in the backyard with my dad, and he's throwing me Super Bowl game-winning touchdown passes. That's what that's been my dream forever. So to be one step closer to that, and I'm not looking that far ahead. Hey, we have a hell of a game coming up next week. We had 8 days until then, but excited just for the opportunity to go play in it again. And what are we We've won it once, we've lost it twice. So hey, let's get another win. Tracy, turn your flash off. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.